it's your girl Tara coming to you from thecraftsurgeon.com. Thanks for joining me for yet another awesome video. Woohoo! Where have you been, Tara? Man, I've been busy. Spending time with my family and stuff, but I am glad to be back. I missed you guys. So with that, I thought it would be fitting for me to jump right back into the game with a project that I designed for the Glitter and Glam Girls blog hop. So if you've been following me for a while, you guys know that I take part with some of my demo friends, and we do a blog hop every single month, and it is geared towards a theme. So for the month of June, our theme was summer cards or summer projects, and I thought it would be awesome to break out the one and only Tropical Chic, because let me tell you, it made the cut, y'all. It's in the annual catalog, and I'm really excited because I get a little bit more time to play with this stamp set. And even if it didn't make it, I still would play with it because I love it so much. But I haven't played with it in a while, so I was really happy and ecstatic to bring it back out. So before I get into telling you guys what you're going to need on this card or to recreate it and how to create it, I do want to share with you one last thing. So if you look in the description box below, I will have a coordinating blog post that will have a it'll have more photos of this project, and it'll have more information on like the measurements and all that kind of stuff if you missed them in the video. And I need you guys to do me a huge favor. So once you're done oohing and ahhing and googling all over my photos and drooling all over my blog post because it's going to be so amazing, I need you guys to scroll all the way to the bottom and follow the blog hop. Share some love on my demo homegirls pages, because every single month, it's not just me, it's a group of us that get together to share projects and inspiration with you guys. And don't forget to share some love, leave a comment. If there's hearts available, leave some hearts, and let us know what you think about our projects, and that link will be at the bottom of my blog hop. Okay, so now that I plugged that, all right, let me go ahead and share with you guys what I use on this card along with how to create it. All right, so first things first, you can't create this card without the stamp set. Like I said, Tropical Chic, the one and only amazing stamp set that screams summer. Man, oof, because it reminds me of Hawaii. It reminds me of being on the beach, maybe sipping a margarita. I don't even drink margaritas, y'all, but this makes me want to drink a margarita and like have the sand between my toes. But this stamp set is awesome. It's called Tropical Chic. There's some really lovely sentiments and I love the fonts in this stamp set. And there's like the hibiscus flower, I think that's what that is. And then there's these really cute leaves in here. So you get a set of 9, and it is the one that I'm using today is the clear mount. I think it's going to be cling mount in our new catalog. So I have the old style with the older stickers. That's why the stickers aren't fully on there. I have to convert them. But what makes the stamp set even better are the dies. OMG, these dies just really enhance this stamp set. It takes it to a whole nother level. So if you're thinking about purchasing the Tropical Chic stamp set, I would highly encourage to get the dies as well. So these are the dies here. They're called the Tropical Thinlet dies. Okay, and as you can see, you can stamp your image and you can cut them straight out just like how we did on the card. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And you can also cut out the leaves in a different color without stamping. You can even stamp tone on tone. Like if you wanted to stamp some Coastal Cabana flowers in Coastal Cabana ink, and then you wanted to cut it out with the die, you can do that. You can choose the colors that you want. Like, this set is so versatile. Another awesome thing about this stamp set is this really cute framed window that would make great shaker cards, or it'll make a great window card. Really awesome. So this stamp set and the dies are really versatile, and you can really do some amazing things. If you are wondering about inspiration, there's tons of it out there on here on YouTube. There's some on Pinterest. You can find inspiration with the stamp set everywhere because it's just so awesome. But anyways, now one thing I wanted to let you guys know, I did not use the sentiment out of the Tropical Chic stamp set. Reason being is because I wanted to kind of do something a little different. And I thought it would be great for me to put like a little sentiment that I had in my stash underneath this this little piece of the cardstock that you see here. So I actually pulled this sentiment. It says "Thinking of You" from the Colorful Season stamp set, which is also another great stamp set. And this one's very versatile. It's for all the different seasons, which is pretty neat. There's even a beach chair on there, which is pretty cool. But that's the sentiment that I used. Okay, and this also has some coordinating dies as well, and it's in our new annual catalog. All right, so now that you know what stamp set that we used and the sentiment, let's get into the cardstock. So I'm going to share with you what pieces I used. So the first thing I did for this card is, I haven't done one in forever. This is a top folding card. Usually I do the A2 side folding cards, but this is basically a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cut in half the long way. Okay, and it measures, I think it's like 4.25 by 11, and it's scored at 5.5. So it's just kind of like the opposite measurements of it being, what was this, hamburger style? So that's top folding. Then I have a piece of Coastal Cabana. This measures at 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. And this is what I'm going to use to create this really fun panel here that you see on this card. And then I have some scrap Whisper White just to stamp my leaves and my flowers on. And then on the inside, I'm not going to do it on camera, but I do have a white panel. This is excuse me, 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and that's just to put something on the inside of the card where you can write a personalized message. All right, so for inks, I used a lot of fun colors on this card, and I apologize, guys, like I probably sound all crazy right now. Let me tell you, I have been battling like allergies like the last like 2 months, and then when I finally started taking Claritin, man, I guess on top of the allergies, I was actually getting a cold, and right now my throat is like really scratchy and it hurts. So I keep coughing. It's horrible. So y'all wish me well, okay? Hopefully I get well soon. So I apologize for any coughing you may hear in this video. All right, so with that, the inks that I use on this card are really fun and colorful. I use some Coastal Cabana, Melon Mambo, Pineapple Punch. This is one of our in colors. I have Mango Melody and Greeny Apple Green. Man, these colors are so fun. For my sentiment, I actually did tone on tone stamping, and I used some Smoky Slate. Another thing that I used on this card too, and I don't know if you guys could see it, I was actually experimenting. Actually, no, I kind of made a mistake. I made a mistake. So I didn't have the right sandwich, but this is what I got. So I mean, I actually kind of love the subtle corrugated look that it has, but I would have preferred it to be a lot more deeper. So what I used was the corrugated, my corrugated embossing folder. And basically, this thing has some really deep ridges in it. But because I didn't have the right sandwich, you can't really tell. It doesn't really show up on here. So I'm going to do it the normal way, how I'm supposed to do it. But it's up to you. All right, so for embellishments, I use some of my linen thread. I have rhinestones. And then for adhesive, I used my snail adhesive. I have some Stampin' Dimensionals. I have some glue dots. I have my handy dandy paper snips. And of course, you cannot, like, I love shimmer, so I have to add my Wing of Stella. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with our stamping of our leaves and our flowers. And I did forget to mention that I used a sponge dauber on my flowers in order to get that that ombre look that you see. So let me get my sponge dauber out of here. Okay. All right, so the first thing I'm going to stamp are my flowers. So what I did was I took my Pineapple Punch and I just inked it up. And I took my Mango Melody and my sponge dauber. So I dipped my sponge dauber in the Mango Melody, and then I kind of went around the stamp, that flower, just a little bit, just like that, to kind of get a little bit of that color around the edge. And I just stamped it straight onto my piece of Whisper White. Now for each one of these, what I did was I took my simple chamois and I did clean my stamp off before I stamped it again, because I didn't want to risk contaminating my pineapple punch. So I inked it up in pineapple punch. I'll show you guys one more time. Inked it up in my pineapple punch, dipped my sponge dauber into my Mango Melody, and then just brushed it, or excuse me, tapped it around the edge of that flower to create that ombre effect, just like that. Oh, that one's nice. Ooh. And I do it one more time. So you'll need 3 flowers for this. I love my simple chamois. I think it's awesome. I would say that is a necessity for any paper crafter. Okay. And let's do this one more time, just like that. That was nice too. Ooh. So you see how pretty that is? It really brings out those flowers. All right, so then the next thing we're going to stamp is our leaves. I've never seen a melon marble leaf before, but hey, it worked on this card. So so I have this this leaf here. It's a really big leaf. That's going to be a Mango Melody, just like that. And then I'm going to close this up because I feel a mess coming on. Then I have Coastal Cabana. And I keep bringing the card out of the view. You guys want to keep seeing it. Then I have this little leaf here. Oh, nope. Wrong leaf. Sorry. This one here. Looks like an elephant ear. And I'm going to ink that little guy up in some Coastal Cabana. And then we have Granny Apple Green. Boop. And I'm spacing these, as I'm stamping them, I'm spacing them wide enough apart to be able to fit my dies around them. All right. So now, let's set this to the side. And we're going to hold off on our smoky slate for a moment because we're going to create our panel. All right, so now let's go ahead and take care of this panel. So I'm going to take my piece of Coastal Cabana, and before we measure it out how we want it on our card base, I'm going to go ahead and run it through my my Big Shot. So basically you're going to need the Big Shot platform. You're going to take your piece of cardstock. I'm going to place it in here like that. And then I'm going to place one of my plates on top. Just like this. And this is how you do it the correct way. So before, what I did wrong was, which could have potentially ruined my folder, I think it kind of bent it a little bit. But what I did was I had my magnetic platform down, and then I just ran it through without the plate on top. Yeah. All right, so this is what it looks like. Y'all see how different that is? And I think this is going to be really gorgeous, by the way. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to crease my card base. Take my bone folder, make sure that crease is burnished down really, really well. And then what I did was I kind of played around with my panel to get it to where I wanted it. So I'm going to kind of just guesstimate. I know that sounds crazy. You're like, Tara, why? Why are you guessing? You should not be guessing right now. Because I can. Nope, I want it this way. Yep, this is what we're going to do. We're going to commit. The biggest thing is just to make sure you have the corners covered. I guess pretty right. There's probably an easier way to do this, but Tara did not do that way. So I'm gonna just trim this off now with my paper snips. Right along the top edge there. Alright, just like that. And there you go. Perfect. And then if you have a few like little spots that you need some additional glue, you can go ahead and glue that down. Just like that. Alright, so now we're going to pull out our Smoky Slate ink, and I am going to stamp my sentiment. Make sure it's not upside down, because that's how I'm inking it. And since this is a photopolymer stamp, I'm going to take my my foam mat from my Stamparatus, because that's the first one I got handy. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment thinking of you. Like that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and die cut our flowers and our leaves out. All right, so now that we are done with that part, we are going to assemble our card. So the first thing I did was I took some of my snail adhesive. I just placed it on the back side of this granny apple green leaf here. And I kind of like manipulated and worked the leaves in a pattern that I was happy with. And so here we go, we got this one. And then for this little guy, I kind of pushed him underneath the panel a little bit, just like that. And then for the remaining pieces, I have my little flowers here. I'm going to take dimensionals and I'm going to pop them all up. Just like this. Okay. And then I'm going to take my rhinestones. Oh. And then I'm going to take a big one, put that little bit right there. I'm going to take two small ones, put one up there. Oops. And put one right here, just like that. I actually really like that corrugated look. Isn't that fun? All right, and so now I'm going to take some of my linen thread. I'm going to tie a bow. And then I'm going to trim off the ends. Just like that. And there we go. We got to take some of our Winkostella and paint some shimmer up on these bad boys. These things are awesome. Just like that. How gorgeous is this card? So there you go. All right, so here we go. Aren't they so cute? Oh my goodness, which one is your favorite? Do you like the subtle or do you like the more bold embossed. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these is your favorite, if both of them are your favorite, and what you think about these cards. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, be sure to give me a thumbs up. You can find all the information pertaining to all of the products that I used on this card today down below in the description box. And also, don't forget that in the description box, I've also included a link that will take you straight to my website, thecraftsergeant.com, where you will be able to see additional information on these projects. And don't forget to scroll all the way down to the bottom and follow the Blog Hop Trail and share some love on my Stampin' Sisters pages, okay? Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel in order to stay up to date on all things Stampin' Up! And the Craft Sergeant Studio, and to receive notifications of all of my future uploaded videos. So other than that, that's all I got for you guys for now. So see you next time. Thanks for watching, and happy stamping.